In the cellular wall of wood fiber, there's a protein called lignin. Bleach will actually attack that protein and it can break it apart. You can make wood look really off-colored, more white.
If you're thinking about starting a pressure washing business, but you want to learn more about the equipment, mixing chemicals, how to clean every surface on a residential job site, property protection, and much, much more, check out the How to Wash course. It'll be the first link in the comment section and the description.
Wood's not my favorite thing to go out and try to clean because it's probably one of the least forgiving if you don't know what you're doing. So it's if vinyl siding is like our best friend, easy, hard to screw up, wood is going to be further down this way, a little bit more finesse side, but a lot of potential, a lot of stuff out there that's dirty, that's wooden, stained, decks, porches, it's everywhere.
If you're looking to start a pressure washing business, but you're not sure what chemicals to use, how to mix them, how to clean every surface on a residential job site, property protection, or how to set up your equipment, check out the How to Wash course. It'll be the first link in the comment section and the description of this video.
How do we clean wood if we're brand new to it? Like, what can we do wrong? What are the best practices, essentially?
Soft washing is all about cleaning and killing organic material. So whether we're talking about mold, mildew, algae, fungus issues, which is kind of odd, rare, but Glioxypsomagma on roofs, that's a bacteria. We've got all these microbes that can grow on surfaces. So the go-to thing that we use for that is bleach. That's industry standard. Use it every day. Bleach is like our lifeblood, right? Well, when you're cleaning wood, you've got to realize that you're killing all those organic things, but they are sitting on an organic thing, which is wood. So wood itself is organic based. Now, if it's painted wood, then you're cleaning paint. But if it's just exposed or if it's stained or anything like that, then you got to be a whole lot more careful because you can damage the wood chemically. You can damage it. Bleach, you can soft wash wood. Okay, done it for years. You just have to know what you're doing. You can put bleach on it. You just got to be at the right percentage. You've got to pre-wet. You've got to rinse a whole lot. And there's even chemicals that you can apply after the soft wash process to sort of neutralize the bleach and kind of bring it back down to a neutral pH so that it's not going to continue to damage and eat away at the wood fiber. In the cellular wall of wood fiber, there's a protein called lignin. Bleach will actually attack that protein and it can break it apart. You can make wood look really off-colored, more white than the natural wood color. So chemically, you can damage it. Now, pressure is also bad for wood. You don't want to really blast, 3,800 psi into a deck. It's not a good idea. You want to be low pressure as possible. Sometimes you can put a little bit of pressure on there, but you don't want to slap even, a yellow tip on a standard machine is going to be a lot of psi. Another thing we see guys do a lot of times is they're okay on the pressure side. They're using a pressure washer in the one, but stopping mid-board, which is sometimes hard to not do if it's a long run. You can see the points where you stopped and started at. So you would rather use chems, and you just got to know how to use them, and then you got to make sure that you soak that wood down and rinse it all back off. If you want to go and do it the correct way, there's better chems than bleach for wood cleaning, which is going to be things like sodium percarbonate-based cleaners, sodium, here's a fun word, metasilicate-based cleaners, which are, they're going to clean the wood, but they're not going to attack the wood fibers themselves. So if you've got a soft wash system and you see a privacy fence, by all means, you can clean it. But you just got to be really careful.
So we actually go through that in the How to Wash course. There's a whole section on there, how to clean wood. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave a link down below for that as well. Washing wood, there's essentially two things that we could do wrong, right? Furring, which is putting too much pressure on it, right?
Now, look, I've ran a surface cleaner across a pavilion before. It was at our church camp. It's 30 years old. Nobody cares. It's freaking nasty. It's up under trees. But here's what I did. I throttled my engine down, and I scoshed my ball valve back. I've got the ball valve right here at the surface cleaner. So there's two ways you can mitigate some pressure. The proper way is to tip it down, to install bigger tips, which would bring flow up, pressure down, and you can use a surface cleaner. But don't go out there saying that I told you to surface clean people's decks. It's not a good idea. And sometimes that's what customers are asking you to do. We get this a lot. We build something out of lumber. We never seal it. We don't stain it. We don't paint it. And 7 years later, we want the pressure washing guy to come out and pressure wash this back down to freshly looking lumber. Yeah, you can fur the wood with pressure, or you can basically make it look like that wall right there by taking all the color out of it. And that's really bad. If you're on like a cedar shake house or a cedar shake roof and you nuke it with Kim, that's a bad deal, dude. You don't want to do that. There's guys out in Texas. I know a guy, friends with him on Facebook, that does a metric ton of privacy fence cleaning. And he basically just does privacy fences, but he goes out and he'll pre-wet them. He'll soft wash them with about a 1 to 2% soft wash mix. And then he'll rinse them really, really, really good back down. Then he'll apply sodium percarbonate as a neutralizing kind of agent. And then he'll go back and stain them. And he does it with a pump up sprayer, and the dude's making a killing.
The best percentage for wood then, about a 1.5 to 2%.
Really nasty cedar shake and beautiful golden brown right on the left. Now this was just soft washing. All we did is we pre-wet it, we sprayed it down, we rinsed it off, rinsed it, and then we left it. We didn't put any oxalic on this job, but it didn't need it. That's not a have to. It's just a good idea to do that. We don't advertise to it much at all. It's kind of like, I'll take them when I get them. But to your point earlier, if you get good at it, right, maybe you just found a gold mine because nobody else really wants to fool with it. So you could just become the master of that thing, and you just dial in your process. You know, it's cleanable. It's definitely cleanable. It's definitely doable. We do them regularly. I just don't like doing them.